Hello. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Yeah. Hi, Nick D24. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate that. Alright, I'm just looking at some stuff. This is someone saying that the OBS URL source is crashing for some reason. Alright. Nick D24. You mentioned that you've got an issue with Polyglot, right? That it's not yeah, thanks for following that. I also appreciate your you being here and subscription. I'm doing it for you all, so let's see. Let us see. Let's get OBS going. My OBS is a little slow to load. That's okay. So yeah. I got OCR, video capture. Let's have another scene. Just get another scene in here. And yeah. So that we are fresh. Alright, we wanted to talk about polyglot and translation and that sort of stuff. Okay, so it'll be like a text thing. All subs. And we'll add an audio input capture. That will take my microphone. And let's add a local vocal transcription to it and output to our subs. And we don't need that. Okay. So now we have transcription going. Live Dutch audio converted to English subs in real time. Yeah, so I don't speak Dutch, but I'm sure that this the polyglot can handle Dutch. I'm pretty sure that it can. And so we can try to get it to work. Let's say we got English, we can translate it to a different language, right? So we got subs in here and would like to translate this. So let's see, do I have polyglot in here like my docs? I don't have polyglot, so I can actually download polyglot. You know, the thing is, polyglot, the problem with that I have a polyglot is that it's really CPU intensive. It like takes my CPU for a spin. Right? It's pretty wild. We could do it because there's no reason for that it won't work. Right? We can just grab polyglot and just grab it and run it. Yeah, those LLM models are pretty significant. All right, so it installed it and we can trash that. Now let's exit OBS and open it again. Yep. And now we should have our polyglot. All right, so it's missing our models, like the SPM and that sort of stuff, which we need to grab. So we can grab those from here. Right. We can grab a 600 megabyte one and also the SPM. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take 20 something minutes. Yeah, I guess at some point 15 minutes. 14, 13 minutes. So it's going to be a while until it downloads. So let's do something else in the meantime. Right? We got test. See where we go. Yeah. Right. So let's set up a let's set up a translation with OpenAI. Right? With an API call to OpenAI. I already have my stuff set up here, like my token and everything set up. Yeah, but I haven't, like my other tutorials, I'm covering all of that. Right, so let's see. I'm gonna go to this URL. If you want translation, that's actually very easy. Chat completions, and then I'm gonna pick this up from our subs. Where is it? All the way down there. Pick this the input from subs. All right, so we're telling OpenAI translate to Japanese without English transcript. The input, right? And we could do something like that. One important thing to mention, Nick D, that if you want anything that any body content that is JSON, you should set up the content type to be application JSON. That just helps. And the method needs to be post for you to see the body, but I think you got that covered. So we got that content type JSON. Got everything set up here, translate to Japanese. And the output will be this. We can just test it out. Simply test request. It comes back. It's gonna come back with the Japanese text. That's the response body. Looking good. And in JSON, we're gonna parse out the choices message 0 content. So just saving that. And now if I wait a second. Save, that's fine. I want internal rendering. So let's just enable that. And there we go. We got Japanese going. And I don't speak Japanese. But I think this is a good translation. I don't know. If you want, we can translate to Dutch. Right? We can translate to Dutch. And maybe you can then help me see if this is actually correct. because I don't speak the language. But it should be okay. It looks okay. Yeah, I'm not. You know, that's kind of what I have. It's very, very simple. See, then it takes like a second to set it up working with OpenAI. But if you want polyglot, yeah, I think that thing's finally. Right, yeah, I get it. I mean, so maybe you speak another language. You could do like Spanish. You could do whatever, right? Like French. It's whatever language, as long as you can verify that this is, you know, that this is on point. But anyway, I think I got this up now. So I think it was able to finish downloading. No, it's not. It's not. It's still going. So yeah, it's still going. So I don't know. We'll have to give it a few more minutes to finish downloading the polyglot thing. But really setting up polyglot would be very, very similar. It's just URL API source that you would point at localhost, right? And this would be that JSON that that I shared. But really, yeah, that's mostly it. It should work very much the same way. But I would recommend like OpenAI. So if y'all are interested, I don't mind showing you my OpenAI account. It's it's not a lot. It's like, yeah, see, I'm like, I spent less than a cent. And it's very little. There's very little usage. If you're calling the thing. It's like it's very little. And actually, let's have a look at pricing. Price of the replacement now. So OpenAI pricing, and you go. We're using GPT 3.5 Turbo, and it's like, I think 1/10 of a cent per 1,000 tokens, and 20th of a, or 2/10 of a cent per 1,000 tokens. And our inputs, like one API call in here, I wish I could show you like the actual usage. Sometimes they show us the actual usage. Alright, I'll go on usage. It's like tiny, but I want, okay, activity. Right, so we have, this is 17th of Jan, 23rd, that's like today, right? So I want to see 3.5 tokens. See, this is from today. This is like these. This is like what we have. I know it's not. I need to zoom in. This is like what we have done today. Like see, it's like barely any tokens. It's very, very little. And for us to hit 1,000 tokens and pay 1/10 of a cent on that would be like a 15-minute stream or a 15-minute thing, it would then it would register here. What I did here is that I was using GPT-4. I was using something, you know, it's much more costly. Right, and even here, if I do, you know, like 3,000 tokens will be like 3 cents or something. It's like, it's crazy cheap. There's like for this kind of thing, it's like, it's super cheap. So I'm like, go with like OpenAI. It won't hit your CPU, and it's dead simple to set up, like you've seen. It's dead simple to set up. It's reliable. It's not sending too much over the network. It's just sending this one post thing, which it's not an image or anything. It's sending like just a few bytes and then getting a few bytes back, and it's very fast. And it's almost immediate, and you can do hundreds of languages. It knows every language that you could possibly, even like in different scripts. It doesn't have to be Latin. It could be anything. Really, it's quite cool. And you can, I mean, if you want to, you can also stream this. You can send output to current. You can send the output to current stream as captions. You can, if that person is like live streaming and they want to stream, like, this is not my streaming computer, so I'm not going to be able to do that for this stream that you are watching right now. But you could send this out as the captions for the stream. And that's like dead simple. Let's see. No, it's still downloading. And Polyglot is like half a gigabyte, so it's taking it a bit. But yeah. Yeah, so I recommend using OpenAI. It's like, it's almost a no-brainer. That's my request. My recommendation. And there's embedded ones as base models. Section 4 less capable, that can be effective. So you could even use even cheaper models. So this is actually, this one is like crazy cheap. It's like 4 hundredths of a cent per 1,000 tokens. And it might be okay for translation. Just to figure out if they are actually, how do I actually use the base models? Let's see. GPT-3, right? Just for translation, I think it's like there's no problem. So default user policies, we can actually do chat completions. Yes, accept images, there's 0 retention. That's fine. I mean, we use GPT base, so we can actually use, right? We don't need anything that has a lot of training or anything. We could just let's try to use Babbage in here. And so, and you'll see, and this one is like, this is absolutely no money. Before this hits $1 for you, it'll be a month of continuous streaming. So Babbage 002, right? Let's just, I don't know, just try that. Let's see if it works. Let's see if this works. Okay, this is not a chat model. It's not supported in chat completions. Do you even use V1 completions type? That's interesting. Let's see DaVinci, but DaVinci is not that cheaper. Not that much cheaper. Fine tuning. GPT-5, 1/10 of a cent. This one is more, but Babbage is not compatible with chat completions, which is interesting. So it says that the GPT base send and generate natural language or code, but are not trained with instruction following. They may be replacement with GPT-3. All right, yeah. So I mean, how we use your data, and that's a GPT base. So we can't do it with chat completions. We just need completions, which is fine. I mean, it's no problem. Right, we need the completions API, but I want this. Yeah, I want this in the post. Okay. See, that's all we need. Right, instead of chat completions, we just have completions. And so we'll change that in here to completions. And now the message is going to be a little different. Okay, something like that. And I will take Babbage and put this in here. Like, I'll take this in here. I'm gonna say French or translated to French, something like that. And max tokens, let's do 25. Blow all this away. That's the thing. We can test it. I am the truth. That's interesting, right? Root choices 0 text. Root choices 0 text. All right. I'm very grateful for you. I'm very grateful for you. Thanks. Weird. Thanks, translate. I'm very grateful for you. See, it needs a little work. The model is not as smart. All right, so we wanted like translate to French, and then it kind of did that. And then I'm very grateful for you. Thanks. It's not as smart. Let's see. Let's see what it does. Okay. 1, I'm not as smart as you. 2, 1, I'm not. Okay. Let's see what it does. Let's just speak. I'm just speaking and saying words. And I wanted to translate. Oh no. This model is not at all. Not good at all. Like input, translated to French. All right, maybe do this. We'll do like English, French. Okay, let's try this out now. I'm going to say, whoa, look at that. What is it doing? It's just counting. I'm going to say what? Counting German. Oh, look at that. What? No. This thing is all over the place. This model is way too weak for this. Get GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay, let's try this now. All right, so this is a chat model. It's not supporting the V1. You know. All right, 3.5 instruct. See, it's not. Okay, let's see if it does it now. Okay, now it translates. The GPT 3.5. Now I think it's translating. But that doesn't, yeah, It's not the same thing. I mean, it's not that good. These models, that's not the way to do it. You would want the chat completions. You would want the chat completions to work for you. You know, you would want the chat completions. With the GPT, see, like fine-tuning model, assistance API, simplified turbo, right? You would want this GPT 3.5 turbo, and it's quite cheap. I mean, it's not that bad. You know, it's not going to be anything crazy, not going to hit your wallet too hard. Let's see if it updated information from today. Yeah, it did. So, Chip3, oh, Babbage, we got that. And now context tokens, blah, 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 and then generated tokens. Yeah, so we got a couple thousand tokens already just from this stream, just for streaming all the time. 4,000, so that would be 4,000 would be like, this is 1/10 of a cent, so it's like 4/10 of a cent. It's not even a cent. It's not even 1 cent. The whole thing that we had so far. And we've been on it for like 20 minutes. It's not even 1 cent. And you can set this up for your friend and really take the hit even on your own API key. And it's not going to make a dent in your monthly budget. You know what I'm saying? And this is like dead simple to set up. See, I'm doing it from first principles. I'm not doing anything, copying, pasting. I'm just going on the chat on, you know, I'm just going on OpenAI, on the OpenAI docs. All right, and I just copy and paste. And paste this in here. Be like chat completions. And then we need this even. Translate to French. Let's give it the input. Can give it a little thing like that. Like message content, I believe that's the thing. Yep. Okay. And we should be good to go. We should be good to go. Yeah, I mean, there are other things that you could do. There are other things that you could do. There's translation services. There's like online translation services which you could use. Let's see. Let's see. One moment. Let's have a look. Other translation services like DeepL and that sort of stuff. I don't recommend it. I can't recommend it. But it's you know. Videos, no. Live. No. It's weird. That is strange. Yeah, there's something I know that's called DeepL Translate. DeepL Translate. And they have an API, obviously. But let's check out their pricing. Look at that. Now, $8 per use per month, and you get unlimited text translation. I'm not sure. Limited text translation. That free thing. A limited text translation. What does that mean? Try for free. I want the free. For individuals and teams. So I don't know. It's like translation. Unlimited translation. Like $8. $8 per month. If it's billed annually. And if you say it's like $10.50, $10.50 per month. If you want translation, I wouldn't go for this. I would not pick up this thing. I wouldn't pick up this thing. For many reasons. I would, the OpenAI API does so much more than translation. And you can, this is $10.50. There might be other ones. There might be a little cheaper, but I don't see a reason. And OpenAI API the prompts that you can do here, you can translate to French, but you could also do a ton of other things as like rephrase or something like that, right? So it's not translation. Yeah, we do this and do like that. Okay. So, see, now it's not doing translation. It's doing like this. It's not doing translation. It's doing other things. It's like, rephrasing, right? It's just rephrasing what I'm saying in a different language, right? And see, it's like a thesaurus. It's like replacing what I'm saying with something else that's nicer. And you can't do that with DeepL. You can't do that with DeepL, but with this thing you can, because it's all, it's omnipotent. It does everything. It does everything you need to do with language. And you can also do other things, like really cool things with this. Let's say that we want to aggregate every 30 seconds and then summarize this succinctly to one sentence. Okay, and then it's gonna pick up on some things for 30 seconds, right? Okay, so let's do this now. So we're talking about translation. We're talking about ChatGPT. We're talking about using AI to enhance our stream. And it's very interesting subject, and I have some people here on the stream with me, and we're talking about this. And so we're just going to spend 30 seconds just talking about different topics and see what the AI is going to do with that in terms of summarization. What's going to be a one-sentence summary? Summary Z is as follows. Oh, no. Oh, look at this. Look at who we have. Look at who we have on stream. Look at who we have on stream. The great YS. The great YS is joining us from his home. Summarize succinctly to one sentence. Summarize this to one. Summarize this transcript to one sentence. Or something like that, right? Okay. I'm gonna save this. Speaker's hesitant, unsure about what to say. What's up? What's up, my brother? What's up? My brother from another mother. For those of you who don't know, YS and I grew up together. And yeah, I'm honored to have him here with me on my stream. if you want to, if you want to join in, you could join in. I can set up like a room and you can jump in on the stream. We can have like just a little chat about stuff. The speaker's referring to someone as their brother-like friend. See, it's like the AI. The AI is kind of like the trans describes the failures of a person to act as a reliable buzzer, liking them to a spring that likes to require responsiveness. I have no idea how it picked up on that, but the AI, you need some tuning. The AI needs some tuning, but it definitely is able to do something, and you can ask it to do anything. You can aggregate 30 seconds and be like, give this a headline. I've demoed all of that stuff. I demoed in my videos. See, so it does give an accurate kind of like, this is like a headline or kind of like a topic, like what happened over the last 30 seconds. And you can't do that with DeepL, but you can do it with ChatGPT. It's like it's very much more versatile. It's much more versatile. You can do anything you want with it. It's like, it's nuts. And we're just scratching this surface here, right? It's not, I mean, I haven't really completed my exploration stuff, like what you could do with it. All right. So, what else shall we do? Nick D24, if you're still on, let me know. Let me know if you need any more help. And YS, if you have a topic that you want to talk about, let's do that. 100%. Let's move this off and be like, translate to Russian. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think it's translating okay. Like, my Russian is not that great, but it's like, not, это хорошо. My Russian is not that great, but it's actually cool. Right, so you were talking about YS. You were talking about nodes, and how we can install nodes to run on hardware and so on, which is yeah, we could talk about that if you want. We could try it out. I don't think it's, I mean, you seem to be successful. You're able to get it working, so I mean, well done. It's boring. It's not boring. If you choose to spend your time on it, then it's not boring at all. Anything that we choose to spend, that's it. That's the only time we have here on Earth, and we need to, when we choose what to spend it on. And so, you know, if you choose to spend it on that, then it's not boring at all. See, I'm working my way toward 1 cent. 1 cent. That's cool. Boring for the audience. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting people interested in all kinds of stuff. Mostly what I do in my stream today is a little different. I'm doing mostly like OBS stuff. Usually on my stream, what I'm doing is I'm working on code. I'm working on my code projects, and then people join or not. I mean, yeah, This is something I started doing on stream. Look, doing a text, you know, to hide the text in the scene. That's a pretty cool one. If you want to join, I need to open a room for you, and then you could definitely join. You could join. You can join the stream, and we can talk. We can talk shit. We can talk about stuff. If you want to do that, I can open a stream. Just let me know. Just let me know if you want me to. I could open a stream. I can open a room and you join, and I can bring it up, and you'll be able to speak with me and the audience, I guess, if you want. If you have the time. All right, this thing. There's something that I really wanted to do, that I've been itching to do, quote unquote. I got a bunch of work things to do, right? There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, next stream 100%. Kids, I get it. That's everybody. I totally get it. And we should do it on stream. Why not? Next time. Give me a heads up. Just a few minutes heads up, and I can get you that link, and you could join me. There's multiple ways to do it. So just let me know. All right, we got a bunch of things going on. There's a bunch of people that are asking for things on the various plugins. We got a few background removal stuff. There's this, for example, where people are talking about the background removal update available pop-up. And I get it, people. It is annoying. It is annoying, right? We can see the pop-up. If I go on Upgrade Support OBS Studio, and I go on plugin config and background removal, and let's open it with this one and select check for updates. True. Then we'll go on here, kill OBS, reopen OBS. Sure. Ignore. Up pops the update available pop-up from background removal. And some people don't like it. And it is a little annoying. Where you just open up your OBS and boom, you get this pop-up like this plugin. What do they want? Like a new version is available for download. Initially, we thought it would be very nice for people to kind of know that they have an update, and they can, like, pops up, and wow, you got an update. Click here to download. Boom, and then you get the change log. And you can also disable update checks. And if I do this, and close, cancel. See, like this should be refreshed, right? Check for updates, false, right? So it does update, and it shouldn't happen again. It shouldn't pop up again. But what I'm thinking is that if people are really annoyed with the background removal, we could, let's add like the background removal here. Bloop. What I could do is that instead of over there, I could do this here. I could just add Like say, all right, background remove, blah, 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 blah. And then a new version is available. Click here to download. So it's not a pop-up. It doesn't pop up, and but it still is kind of visible. That's something that we could do fairly easily if we want. Hello, X-Hype Shorts. Welcome to the stream. What's on your mind? All right, so yeah, we wanted, let's shut this down. It's the burning through ChatGPT for no reason. This guy and the thing. That's fairly, it should be fairly easy to get together. This thing, right? And so if I do this, it just keeps going with local vocal transcription with a, shut this down, maybe. So I have a local vocal going on something. Local vocal transcription. And I can get rid of this one. A whisper thread. There's more local vocals going. There's more local vocals someplace. And there are kinds of stuff in here. I got all kinds of stuff. This one, it's not audio. Cue. Background removal. LV test. Audio. How about this? So zap this one. Okay, that was the local vocal. That was the thing. Anyway, yeah. It was going, and it's like burning through my CPU. Not that I care, it's like very, very little, but still something. I mean, okay, you can save that. So let's see. And when we're in the background removal thing, and now we have a thing called the update checker. And so the update checker has like this update dialog, which is popping up. But I would hate, let's say, okay, this is like check for updates, right? Check update. It goes on config and sees if check for updates is requested. If it's not, it just comes back, right? After checks are disabled. But if it is, creates this thing. It asks for another thread to go and fetch the GitHub information, like release, the latest release. And then it comes back. If the release does not match, it is going to see there's no update available. So it's just going to end. But if an update is available, it's going to start up the window. So what we could do, instead of starting up the window, we could say, I want to update. Instead of starting up the window, I would like to update the background filter in here, right? So this, where do we have the props? Blurring the background. Here are the props. Here are the props. Now what we have here at the very end is that info props. This is what we're seeing. This is what we're seeing down here, this is the info prop. This is that one. This is this guy. All right, see the info template says background removal with the version, support and follow and all that kind of stuff, right? This is this guy. Right, so what we could do is add another thing. That would add another thing, or add to this plugin info template. Plugin version is just like that, right? It's going dim. Save it for an hour. So what if I did something like this? BR. Update available. And then whatever. Right? I just want to see if this works. I want to have like another line and then say update available. If there is an update available. Yeah, so it would be like an href or something. Let's grab the whole thing. Update available. Version 1110. Okay, I'm just gonna do this and let's see what happens. Close and exit this guy. And now let's rebuild. Let's rebuild. Okay, let's let it run and see if we can see what we get. If the update available comes up, we can do this. We can throw this around pretty quickly. So what we need to do is to figure out, unload if there's an update available. If there is, just store it someplace. And then this guy, or rather over there, it will go and see if there's an update available and then show this text. And if not, it will not show it. All right, so that thing's done. Let's do this and let's have a look in our filter here. Filters. Back removal. See, update available. It comes up in a new line. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. It comes up in a new line. All right, very neat. Very neat, this one. All right, so now what we need to do is to know if we have an update, in fact. So I could do this, right? And then something like that. It'll be like const char pointer update available template. X-Hype Shorts. Your content is seriously awesome, but imagine with thumbnails that pop. I'm a pro design catch eye thumbnails, right? Great thumbnails for you. X-Hype, thank you very much for your offer. But I'm designing kind of my own style and they don't pop. They don't pop. That's true. They don't pop and I'm okay with that. I don't really want them to pop as much. I'm not really looking for flashy YouTube-y content. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing my unflashy, boring content. And I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with my boring content. It doesn't pop, but like, thank you for the offer. I appreciate that. And thank you for your kind words. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll invest in my thumbnails. But right now I would like to invest most of my time in making more values for you all by making my plugins better. And for everybody to be, augmented by AI tools for OBS. I want to spend most of my time on that. And making sure that content that's kind of the center, that's the meaning of what I'm doing. So thank you so much for the offer. I truly appreciate that. All right, so let's do this. Now we got the info temp update available. Now we need to know if there is an update available. So for update checker, what we'll do is that our update checker will actually not bring up the dialog, but we will have an update dialog underneath this. Info version. It's like a string. We can set this up as like a global, this like latest version for update, whatever. It'll be like a global kind of thing, because update checker, sure, check update. It'll be like info version, like latest version for update, clear, right? Something like this. And then here an update checker will just be like const sharp pointer get latest version void chat pointer. All right, chart pointer, and include errors. Yeah, I'll figure it out. OBS front end, come on. Sure. Okay, so we're just updating latest version for update. Okay, and then we'll do that. Update checker. Get latest version. Okay. GitHub Copilot, what you got? It's doing that. Okay. All right, so if empty, I'll return this. Okay. And I will go into here. We'll go into here and say like, okay, so we got, this would be std string, basic info would be this. Check for update. Boo, yeah. I love GitHub Copilot. I love it. It makes me much faster. It's not this one as much as I want. Nope. I want get latest version. From std string, that's not true. Get latest version. Arg is undefined. Incorrect. It is defined inside update checker. It's undefined. Get latest version. Update checker. Get latest version. There we go. Okay. Let's rebuild this. Let's rebuild. Luckily, I'm running 119, so this should be true. I should get 1110 as the latest version. And yeah. So let's go on OBS. Let's go on OBS and see what happens now. Whatever. Doing this. Oh no, 1110. Right, because the plugin I'm building is like 1110. So it's not well, that's weird. It's not coming up as true. We could hack it through, or we could hack it through, or we could do something like this. Be like, okay, let's pretend we're 119. Let's pretend we're 119, and then let it see. We'll give it a second to finish here and see what happens. Now our plugin should pretend to be 119. We should have 1110 available, and then it's not popping up. 119, and it's not popping up. Why? Why is it not popping up? Thing is not popping up. Get latest version. OBS log. Okay, get latest version. Weird. That thing is setting latest version for update. Let me think. Yep, I think I need to make this static. Okay. Let me think. Oh, check for updates is false. Right? Check for updates is false. And so we have to set it to true. Okay, let's bring up OBS. Now this we don't actually need this anymore. Because it's always going to be checking for updates. Boom, update available 110. Noise. So now people will know update available, and we'll just have it a part of this. No more pop-up. When people go here, they say like, oh, update available. I should go and download. Instead of popping up and annoying people, they know that they can just go and click this. And this would actually go and open your browser. And so like, oh, go download. Go and download the latest version. Right. Check for updates is true. Right, we can clean this whole stuff up. We got it in the log, right? We got hit in the log for the check for updates. Get latest version. See, it was like we got hit. Get latest version. Gets hit a few times, but it's not. I mean, let's bring this up, send this in, and see. Please clean your repository working tree before checkout. All right, so let's stash and pull and get stash pop. Branch. Got a bunch of stuff going on. Okay, so let's bring this up on a branch and be like, Roy, remove update dialog or message prop. rid of some stuff. No need for the update dialog. Keep this around. I don't care. For the dialog, we may use it. Or not. Config INI. Yeah, I don't know about these guys. This one is kind of annoying that it works like that. I would really like this to be centered. I don't know exactly what kind of tags work in this environment. Should send us to releases, right? Where are we? No, back on remove all. It goes to releases. Okay, that's fine. Let's build this one. Send it up and let's see what's going on. Okay, all set. That's the background removal. Yep, it's centered. Nice. Update available. We click this, it goes to releases. Boom, version 110. People click, download, and off we go, right? So this is neat. I'm liking this. Let's set this up. This is on the branch. Let's set this up. Let's see. All right, build spec. I don't actually want you to do this. All right, disable changes. All right, the update checker. Doing this, that's fine. Let's glang. Let's glang it. That's okay. Consts, we got this one. You know what would be nice? Update available. If we add a little rocket. Little rocket. A little rocket there. Update available. Rocket ship. Add this one. Update checker. Yeah, we're getting rid of a bunch of things. Really not to. Let's do this. Add update checker functionality. Commit. Publish the branch. And let's go on here. And create a pull request. We'll ask our friend Yumirion to do this. And let's reference pop up. And do this. Like that. Yep. And so getting rid of the pop-up in favor of the update available little tick inside the plugin filters in here, which is neat. I like it. Yeah, so let's see how that goes. It pop up. You know what? We know what we should do is that we should add a little demo here. And the pull request, check the functionality. All right, we should do this. Okay, pop up. Check out. Alright, we'll do this. Now we're done. Alright, we got a bunch of things that can remove Qt dependency. Can we? I don't know. That's gonna be hard, but possible. Not impossible. Not impossible to remove the Qt dependency from here. We don't really need it, do we? We don't really need it. We can make do without Qt. Some stuff makes it really easy for us, but some stuff we don't. PyTripper ROCm for AMD Linux. ROCm. It's hard. That hits hard, ROCm. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Might think about that. It's dependency to Qt. This is a whole remove Qt thing. That's interesting. We use Qt for the update dialog, but if we get rid of that, we can remove Qt. Probably. C. Blah. Yeah, ROCm. I don't know about ROCm. Debian Linux. It's not in the filters list. All right, this is the Qt version thing. This is the Qt version. Our documentation of Debian users. Right, so we got Flatpak, and what does this look like? In Debian, you cannot use our deb package and support Flatpak. All right. Let's do this. That's fine. Yep. Well, GitHub. Okay. Can we remove Qt dependency? Still use it for a few things. I can work on removing everything and check back in here. Okay, that's fair. If we are not using Qt in here and the background removal, well, let's see. CMake presets. That to enable front-end API. I think that we do need, but enable Qt true. let's say enable Qt false and not use Qt. Let's try to build, and that'll give us... Man, I'm cold. Alright. Okay, there we go. Yes, Qt widget not found. True. Let's get rid of these two files. That's fine. Let's go in here and remove the update dialog. We don't need it. Where are you going? Yeah. CMake. Okay. Let's see. We're trying to get rid of Qt. Trying to get rid of Qt on our background removal plugin for reasons. But yeah. CP dialog. That's correct. No. Update checker. Update checker CPP. I don't want the update dialog. It does not exist anymore. Let's do some stuff. We are okay. See what we have left. Okay. Q timer not found. The update checker. Q timer. I don't need that too. Store this. Ankit Singh, welcome to the stream. Ask away. Ask whatever you need to ask. If there's something you want to ask, ask it. And let's see what we can do. Go ahead. What's your question? QString's not found yet. I knew that. I knew that. I don't want QString. And QString here as well. I don't want QString. I don't want no QString. Let's see, let's see. Correcto. So we can't use QString anymore. That is fine. So add inform text about the plugin. Replace the placeholder with the current version. Okay, so let's do this. QString. Use. Nope. I want to use STD jar memory management. Fine. Nope. Still using QString. So use STD regex. Replace. Let's try that too. Reject replace has no member. I need to include regex. Ankit Singh, I'm exploring LLMs, which I use currently, which are the ones currently used for GenAI and other purposes. LLMs. If you're just starting with LLMs, I would recommend using OpenAI's LLMs. If you're not an expert, you're just starting to get used to it. You can look at this live, at the beginning of this live, we did a bunch of OpenAI kind of things. And, right, this is my usage for OpenAI. We did all kinds of stuff with OpenAI, with API reference and so on. If you're just starting with LLMs and you just want something that works right away and use it in your own application, I would say just use OpenAI. Just use OpenAI. Start calling ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo and start working with that and see how it works out for you. That's my recommendation. That's what I recommend. That's what I would recommend right now. Okay, so we did regex replace. Now enhance filter. Got a problem here as well. Preparing for an interview, so wondering what could be asked. I mean, if you're just starting out with LLMs, going on an interview to talk about it, it really depends. If it's like a technical interview, you need to get much more technical. If it's a high level thing and just saying, you know, yes, I've used OpenAI's ChatGPT 3.5, then you should probably be fine with that, to be honest. Did to include regex. There's many opportunities. Just getting some stuff in here. Okay. Nope. Replace the placeholder with the current version. Using std regex replace. Okay. Is that something you could do? No. Yes, Ankit, a lot of luck to you in your interview. A lot of luck in your interview. I wish you a lot of luck. See, get latest version. Does not exist. I need to include this. We done. Let's go. All right, removing Qt wasn't as hard as I thought. It was actually quite simple. If this thing works. Let's see that it compiles, and then we'll try to run this and see if we can... Ooh, whoa. Got a bunch of stuff in here that's completely unrelated. liburl session client, undefined symbols. liburl session client, fetch string from URL. URL session client. Kaivalya. Local vocal. Thank you for using it. Of course, it's possible to have the text disappear. It's not to have text disappear, so that they capture live performance. Entire monologue, text on screen. Might that be possible? So we're bringing it to... No, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you with that. You can actually... Let's see. I mean... Let's get local vocal in here. Transcription, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. So what we could do... Text file output. Right. Only while recording. Rename match recording. That's fine. Saving SRT. So in local vocal, there is a way. So what we're going to attempt to do is to have local vocal saved to a text file. And so let's do that. And be like, but let's just keep it on downloads. It'd be like lvout.txt. We're saving it to a text file in local vocal, right? we're asking it to save to a text file. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah. So now I know that it's running. You know, in the log, it's like kind of logging, so it's running. Let's have a look at the text file. LV out. Let's put this in here. Okay, so that's gonna put in here. Okay, so it's changing. You can see that, right? It's changing the contents of the file. So that's weird. That's not something that we really. That's not exactly what we need. I mean, what you could do next is like you could say, all right, I want my thing is like to get it from a file, which makes little sense, right? You got local vocal sending to a file and then this one picking up on the file and blah, blah, blah. And that doesn't make sense. We want local vocal as replacing it, right? We want local vocal to aggregate. We want it to aggregate. We want local vocal to aggregate. This is not something that we can currently do. It's not something that I can currently do to get it to aggregate. It's sending out. See, if I do save in SRT format, no file truncation, then it's actually going to aggregate. See, it's no file truncation. It's just going to keep on writing more and more into the file. It gets added and added. It's kind of like, it's sort of what you want, right? So it gets added and added, and you get more and more of the text. It doesn't look that good because it's, you know, you can't control the aggregation and whatnot. So there might be chat log. So there might be some things that you could do. So chat log, and I can say, all right, I want just the last 15, right? The last 16 things. So it'll be the last 4 sentences that you get, but you're still getting those. You're still getting those timestamp things, which are good for an SRT. Sure, if you can make that work, that'll be perfect. But this is like the last 4 sentences aggregated, and you can ask the text source to do the aggregation. Essentially, doesn't look that great. But we don't have it in. I don't have it in local vocal. Where I could, you know, it's like no file truncation shouldn't really be. It should be like a checkbox on its own. It's like truncate or don't truncate. You know, like another checkbox. And that's easy. That's easy to add. But it won't come out until the next version of local vocal. So, I mean, I could do that. And if you want me to do that, I could. What we need is to go and open an issue on local vocal and be like, there's a way source makes text file as a log. Is that you? 90s Craig? You know, we already got asked this. Again, another person asking the same. It's not me. I can implement this as a checkbox, as an additional checkbox to not truncate the file output. Text file output. Yeah, it seems like so it was requested. It's not a big thing. I could add it. It's got performer giving a long monologue, and I'd like for the audience to see the whole text together and the individual lines. Yeah, I get it. It makes all the sense. It makes all the sense. And yeah, for some aggregation, it's actually built-in voice dictation, screen capture notes, word app. We can take care of that in the OBS side. Why are we here? This is why we're here, right? I mean, let's do this like real quickly. We'll only take 5 minutes at most. It'll only take a few minutes to get this done and over. Then you can grab sure. Move to the, that's fine. All right, master, that's fine. Yeah, let's just add that. It won't be 5 minutes, and you can and then you could do that basically. All right, save SRT. You can download like the build version and use that as a build version. I'm looking for the properties. Step-by-step recording, subtitle resource, save as SRT. All right, so we had like in here, if you wait a few minutes, it'll be done. So we have locale in here, be like no file truncation. I can get rid of that because, okay, save, all right, truncate file, truncate file. And then we'll do save subtitle. No. Truncate output file. Something like that. Gonna add another boolean under that. It'll be, and they will be separate. So SRT is one thing, truncating is another thing. And we'll just need to separate these two things. So let's do, where are we? Save SRT. Nope. Truncate output file will be, by default, we will not truncate. Okay. By default, we will not truncate. Okay. SP primes is less interesting. We do like save SRT. All right, GF. Truncate output file. That's fine. Right, this is on an update. Thank you. Sorry. I think we are good. Okay, let's do that. This This is annoying. What? Transcription filter. What's wrong? Include path. Oh. I'd rather do this. Sure. Sure. Okay, so we got that going. Now, save SRT. See, this is what we got. We got the output file, blah, 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 and then we're doing do not append. If not, you write raw sentence to file, do not append. Now, I think that this has nothing to do with the other thing. SRT is SRT, and the way that we open and write the file, right, whether it's truncated or not, write raw sentence in file to file. Now, should the file be truncated? We'll call this open mode. Okay, open mode. So put this up in here. Now, trunk else append. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll use open mode. Okay, that's good. All right, so these two things are different. Now we need to add truncate output file. Kind of next to this. I think we're done. I think we are actually done. I think we're actually done. I think we're done. So let's go on a new branch and we'll call it Roy. Add truncation optional. Truncation optional. Brr. That's fine. Okay, let's build this and be on our merry way. This OBS is here. No, I need local vocal. Let's get this up and running. Close OBS, build it. If this is working, within 5 minutes you'll have a version that you can start using. Which I'm pretty sure that it'll work. There's nothing crazy going on here. Yeah, what do you need? Nope. Alright, this one is done. Let's go on OBS. Okay, so let's see. Let's go on here in local vocal and LV out. Now I don't want SRT, but I want the file. We haven't added that thing up. Output file. Alright, so let's truncate. And like, okay, so what do we have in that string? Okay, now it's truncating. It's only getting one sentence. Let's remove this and let's see what it does now. Let's just keep talking. Yeah, it seems like it's picking up on more sentences as they come, and showing them up on there. And now my text source here I can choose how many lines I want from the thing. So I can say like, all right, just the top 5 lines. And yeah, now we got the top 5 lines, and it's just gonna go up and whenever there's a new sentence that comes up, it's gonna push the other ones away and be like a little thingy thing. And that's and that's how it's gonna work. So yeah, it's working. It's working. I'm happy with that. There's one thing that's missing. That is correct. Let me get back in here. We added this guy. No. Where is this? No. Yep. Truncate output file. Dragon file. Truncate file with each new sentence. Let's keep this short. Don't study with me. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. So you're saying you're not really good with computers, but you tried linking my Google Sheets with your OBS, which shows column 1 row 1 error in my OBS. We can take a look at that. All right, so truncate file, new sentence. That's fine. Let's just get this one going. And make sure that we have translations for that. Save SRT. And we got also Russian. So we'll do that too. Save SRT. Okay. Okay, got some translations. That's fine. What is this guy complaining on about? What are you sure? It's the thing that you can't find. Okay. All right, we done. So let's have a look what we did here. This is basically that, the truncation mode. We got that one, that's fine. And then the translation. I'm happy with this. I'm happy. Let's add this in. GitHub. Okay. Publish the branch. Let's go on here. Make a new thing. Sign yourself. Reference the thing. Ripple request. Okay. Kaivalya. You could go on here. You can go on here, you know, and see this pull request, and that's going to give you a version that you can run. Sure, yeah, that's why I'm here. You can actually go on local vocal on actions, and you'll see here updates, blah blah blah. And this is going to create a version for all of the you can get all of those versions, and once it's done building, I know what OS you're running, but once it's done building, you'll get a downloadable thing here in the bottom. It's gonna come up in a tiny bit. Just to give it 2 more minutes. You'll get the artifacts. You can just download those, and those would be your executables. Download, double click the thing, and install the plugin, and it will work just like any other plugin. Just this is kind of like a baked. All right, we got Clang. Sorry, you got Clang. That's what you get when you do things super fast. Factor code, whatever. Yeah, so we need to go back. Anyway, sure. It's gonna be up in just a few minutes. Just give it a second. Just gonna start the tests again, and give it a second, and you should be good to go. All right, yeah, I'm happy. I'm making you all happy. That's the reason. All right, don't study with me. You want to link your Google Sheets with OBS. Shows column 1, row 1 error in my OBS. Let's see. Let's have a look in OBS here. Let's have a look in OBS. And I got Google Sheets, right? I got this with Google Sheets. Properties. This going. Where's this guy going? All right, I got a spreadsheet. Let's see. Permission denied. Yeah, so I got my spreadsheet. Kaivalya, you're very welcome. All right, it's failing again. Now we got Clang format again. Check formatting. What file? Description filter. I just Clang formatted you. Just formatted it and it's back on complaining. Where? Doesn't say what line. Is this the most updated one? Yeah, it is. Arg. Clang format. Version 17, that's fine. That's weird. How's it possible? Q string. Let's do this one locally. Alright, Clang format. That should not affect it. No, it won't create the artifacts. Or maybe it will. I'm not sure. Kaivalya, if you're not getting the artifacts, if you don't get the artifacts, I mean, you should, most likely. Clang formatting. Requires formatting changes. It's not true. Okay. If you're not getting the things, it should be done in a little bit. Well, I'm not sure if a little bit, but it should be done with a few minutes. Right, so you should get it. I'll work on the Clang formatting. I'll get that in order. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you should be fine. Okay. Where were we? We were talking about Google Sheets, right? We're talking about Google Sheets. Right? Don't study with me. I hope you're still on. Of course. Not a problem. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the... Let's have a look in here. I mean, I think it's this one. No. I don't even know what this one is, even. Example for OBS. Okay, there you are. There we are. Now we're good, right? So yeah, we got a sheet here. And what we're interested in here is basically grabbing the sheet ID. So that's going to be up here. That's going to be up in here. You see spreadsheets and then blah, 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 and then edit. We're going to grab this. Copy. Okay. Just grabbing that ID. And what I'm going to set up in here and now in the video tutorial, TeamViewer, I would rather not. I'm sorry. I would rather not, but you can do this yourself. Don't be discouraged. It's easy to do. It's easy to do. Okay, we're gonna need to paste this in here. Okay, now it's the same. It's the same thing because exactly what I did before, right? It's the same one, the same example. I'm gonna drop this in your. I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Well, you're gonna have to pick this up for yourself, right? You're gonna have to pick this up for yourself. Pick the one up for yourself. Get the get the sheet ID for your sheet. Get the sheet ID for your sheet. Get it from that URL. That's all you need. You get it from that URL. And then this whole URL in here, that's something that I have in the tutorial video. But let's see if this works. Now we're going to have to share this. And when the link is a viewer, right? We're going to have to share this. Anyone with the link viewer. If that's not available, it's not going to run. Okay. And then we're gonna put this in here. Really, it goes like that. It goes like HTTPS, Sheets, Google APIs, COM, V4, spreadsheets. Then your sheet ID. Then values. I'm gonna grab A1 through D5. And then your API key. Okay. Your Google API's API key. I don't know if you have one. Let's get API key service blocked. Right, because I blew this API key away because it's now, you know, publicly available on the internet. So I removed it. But anyway, we can make a new one. We can make a new API key. Great API key, go to credentials. Right, just look for Google API key. I'm creating credentials. Got API key. Once restricted to CloudVision. I want to create credentials, API key. Yeah, I blew that one away. All right, there we go. Got a new API key. And so let's paste that in. Test this out. Boom, we get the data. All right, that's the sheet data. New York, Atlanta, I got it. You know, that's the sheet data. That's the sheet data. And then I'm just pulling, you know, something. It's the first row or something. That's the last row. First row, last row, something. A second row. That's it. All right, so you're all set. That's pretty much it. It's a simple thing. All right, I'm gonna have to log off. I'm gonna have to log off in a few minutes, but hopefully this is working for you. with this URL. It should be on. Because the call doesn't have permission status, so you 403. It looks like an API key. Make sure that you got the API key. Make sure that you got the API key. Oh, this is my internal thing. I want my external thing. Google Sheets, right? This one. And yeah, that's the request URL. This is so annoying. Let me edit this. Yeah. It's really annoying that we can't really do. Okay, it's something like that. Save. Okay, so there we go. That's how it looks. The sheet ID. We got this stuff. The caller doesn't have permission. The caller doesn't have permission. Looks like it's your. It has exclamation mark, my API key. That's fine though. It's not a problem. This is what you're getting from the Google Cloud API, is getting exclamation mark. Exclamation mark should not be a problem in a URL, I believe. It shouldn't be a problem in your URL. Shouldn't be a problem. My API key. I don't think that they have exclamation marks in API keys. Are you sure you're getting the right API key? Anyway, I'm gonna have to drop. In a couple moments. You can get in touch with me on Discord, and we can make sure that you're on the right track for that. So I don't know. Yep. Yes, make sure that API key is correct and you're getting that from the Google Cloud. All right, I'm gonna blow this one away. Now that the entire internet has seen it. Okay, very cool. Yeah, we took care of business today. We took care of business. Okay, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for joining me today. We did a bunch of things, and we helped a bunch of people, which was the key. Which was the key thing, right? Object functionality. And we also did this on local vocal. So a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for joining me today, and I will see you in the next stream later this week. Thanks very much, and bye for now. Bye for now. You also have an exclamation mark. I don't have an exclamation mark. I don't think there's an exclamation mark. I don't think there's an exclamation mark, to be honest. I think there's a dash. I think there's a dash in there. I believe there's a dash in there. Right? So it's just like like characters, you know, letters and numbers, and no exclamation mark. So, all right, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.